Hello Voyagers, how are we doing? I've changed position of where I'm doing my video because it's a bit boring up there. So I've come down to a little pool area. See, just anyway, one or less than 1 week to go to Voyage, the release of the album. So I know I go on and on about chart positions, the UK chart positions, but it's becoming more and more apparent that the UK chart is broken very badly. Okay, so I made a chat group yesterday in Messenger for some, shall we say, trusted friends that I really have respect for their opinions, and also they all vary in degrees as to what they think about certain things, but I think it's generally the consensus is that the UK chart is now, from 2014, irrelevant. The reason being, just a notion. Okay, the CD single, the download, the CD single, or the third single from Voyage, enters the UK chart at 59. Can be regarded in Abba terms as a flop, or is it? Because if you look deeper into how the UK, the official charts company, I'm talking to you also, how they slice up the chart now. You have a chart for everything. You can have a chart for Welks, #1 in Welks, because if you look in the other charts, but the chart that's pronounced on the radio during a show is the overall chart, and for that chart, ABBA, Just a Notion, unfortunately, probably didn't get played. I don't listen to it anymore, but came in at 59. But if you go onto their actual website and click singles, such and such, category by category, then you get a different picture. Just a Notion, physical sales, #1. So we have a #1 single from ABBA in the UK chart. I also had a look at the different subsections of how they do audio streams and downloads and stuff like that. Let me see if I can find the little bits. So the sales chart, #4 in the physical sales, #1. So how are they doing this? It's streaming is completely distorting the sales, because at the end of the day, if you stream, I've said it before, if you get Spotify or whatever, Deezer or whatever these things, or Apple iTunes streaming services, you can go through your whole life and never pay for anything. Listen away like to your heart's content, as long as you listen to their adverts, but never contribute anything, because someone sent me like a breakdown of what the artist, say ABBA, get per play on Amazon Music in dollars, royalty rates, 0.00402 cents on Amazon Music. And the worst one is Spotify. This is of a cent. 0.00318 per stream. Every time you play it, they get a tiny zillionth of a dollar. It's ridiculous. There's Amazon, Apple, Tidal, Napster, Deezer, Pandora, YouTube. This is courtesy of my friend called Justin, and he gets the breakdowns. So each of these streaming companies pays a different rate. So Björn, you have a case. You really do have a case against this money is going to the artist. This tiny little bit. What about all the people on YouTube, for example, that are doing these reaction videos, sitting there and, pausing so they don't get a copyright ban? How much are they raking in by doing the reactions on YouTube? Are they making more money than Abba? Monetizing their channel? I mean, they're contributing. The reaction people are contributing, I think, to the awareness, but whether they're actually buying, downloading and paying for that track that they're now listening to and going all gaga about on their videos, I don't know. There's that. So one thing, for example, now, what the streaming chart is doing as distorting the UK chart. So say someone like Mike Reed, who's a UK DJ, he used to do a book called the number ones of all time, this kind of thing. If someone wants to update or do a new book on successful singles and so on throughout history since 1956 when the first chart was out and bring it right up to date, they're going to go by the statistic of the overall chart. So that means that, Don't Shut Me Down on that chart, number 9, the peak of I Still Have Faith in You, 14, Just a Notion, 59. So that brings their average of career-wide since Ring Ring in 1973 all the way up to 2021. Their chart average is now smashed to pieces because since 2014 they've been incorporated this ridiculous streaming, which, like I've said, you can go through your whole life and never pay for a track of music ever. So, it's a shame because, you've got the legacy groups that are bringing out really good music, and they're just not now going to be in the statistics for posterity, for the historians to write an accurate reflection of the actual success of the song. Because Just a Notion was a controversial kind of release for many, but I thought it was quite bold because, I think someone said, I think it was Ian in my little group, said, well, it was a good sort of demonstration of what you can do with an old vocal and a new backing track and make it work. So, interesting. So to bring it out as a single was a bold move. Is it a flop? Is it a flop? Is it number 59? Can that be classified as a flop? Or if you look at the chart, the way that they now slice it up into little pieces, it's a hit. Number 1. It's a number 1 in physical sales, which means the people that paid money for the track, put it at number 1. And Brian May, who's another legacy artist, got a number 2. But those statistics will never be going into these books that they write in the future. That's my gripe that I've got about the UK chart. Official charts, it's no good. It's no good because you're doing your streaming. I know I've been watching Adele every day, getting 1,200,000, 900,000 sort of midweek plays. Well, going by the statistics, she's actually getting a pittance even for that amount of streaming. It's really, I don't particularly like her music, but it's not fair even to her, But Ed Sheeran, Adele seem to be the streaming artists, so on. What a shame. So that's my rant about official charts. Do something. Do a correction, because in the future the historians, when they write their books, are going to have distortions of chart positions, which is a shame. Also, next week Voyage gets released, and so we're all hoping there is a little gap because Sheeran released now, I think, apparently, and Adele's after. There's a gap where Abba could come straight in to number 1 album. I'm talking about UK album. Abba the Singles in 1982 came in at number 1 for 1 week and then dropped that back and hovered 2, 3, 6, buzzed around. But it's a number 1 album. That's what we want for Voyage. Number 1. 1 week. Now, good. The upside is, apparently, I'm told, that album streaming isn't included in the album chart for some reason. So there's a rule for the singles, not for the album. So I'm told. I don't know. So there's a good opportunity, going by the tradition of people paying for music. ABBA fans pay for their music and buy the physical stuff. That with 80,000 pre-orders, I don't know whether that's worldwide or whether it's just UK. For example, yesterday apparently Elton John came straight in at #1 with his album on 31,000 sales only, which means ABBA are given 80,000. So that was a few days after the live stream, so maybe it's 120,000 copies sold. I don't know whether it's UK or worldwide, I'm not sure. But at the end of the day, going by what I'm feeling, ABBA Voyage should go in at #1 next week, the week after the 5th, which is 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, something like that. 12th of November. We should all be getting some champagne out, saying ABBA's got a UK #1 album, hopefully. Or they're going to do some charade with that as well. It's a real shame. Anyway, my little group that I've got in Messenger, we're all hoping for the best and everything. Yesterday I was fuming about this Just a Notion positioning of 59, but #1 everywhere else and #4 in such a download. I think it was 9th downloaded song as well, so it's doing quite well considering it's a quirky song. So we'll see. ABBA Voyage, I think, will do well. I'm hoping. We just need 1 week at #1, and then it's classified for the historians as a #1 album. Get where I'm going with this, because it's at the moment really distorted. And also, congratulations to a group called Chart-Groenalund, who's a German group, who have just released Just Like That, the original lyric, the predestinated lyric. They released yesterday a lovely cover of ABBA Just Like That, so congratulations to them. I have bought it. I physically bought it, paid for it at Apple iTunes. I still haven't worked out how to actually download it to my computer, because it's on there somewhere, but I have bought it. So I'm supporting them as well, because they deserve it, because they're ABBA influenced, their modern take and everything. That's all I've got to say with that. What else have we got? Just a few predictions as to what the tracks. Apparently someone's listened to the album and is letting out a bit of information, which is I don't like it. I don't, there's only so long to go. Why can't you just button it? Because at the end of the day now, we've got 3 out of 5 tracks from side 1. Side 2, I think, has been done on purpose. It's completely secret. No one's heard a thing of it. And I did a video on the 22nd of September, which is on here. If you go back, and so far I'm thinking, I'm getting these predictions right as to the tempo, who does lead, what the song could be about, and stuff like that. And what I've heard, I'm not going to repeat it on here because I don't want to spoil your fun. What I've heard on this particular thing is that my prediction from the 22nd of September is kind of, yes, I'm sort of there with what I thought the tracks would come. It's just something out of my top of my head and everything. Anyway, I'm going to stop now because it's a really long video, ranted far too long, and I've just come down. It's a bit murky down here, but I thought I'd just change scenery a little bit. Let me know what you think, and I know I go on about the UK chart. Oh, you don't understand how. Yeah, the thing is, though, I'm talking about, for the historians in the future when they come around to write a book about chart positions, totally distorted. What do we do? Just do 1956 to 2014 and then stop, because the artists after that have been menaced and meddled with, and their chart positions have not really just been rubbish. Let me know what you say, and thanks for following my channel. Björn, if you're watching, I don't know, sometimes they do, you've got a really good case about your streaming gripe. I'm with you 100% on that.